Hey guys, so I just recently found out that a foreigner in Mindanao, I think he was an American, uh, got shot and was robbed. And I just kind of want to kind of go over the details with you, as I'm processing this to kind of show you how I think and stuff like that. And, I already did in a different video how Mindanao can be dangerous and that it actually still can be worthwhile going to as long as you take the right precautions. And I just kind of don't really believe in completely fearing something, to a reasonable degree. But from what I heard, is that where he got shot was surprisingly not on the west side. It was actually the east side of Mindanao. And yeah, like I've explored the east side and I haven't really felt any danger. However, anything can happen, right? So I want to just kind of see if I can get any information of any potential mistakes that maybe this foreigner was making. I know that sounds bad to say because it's not his fault that he died, but at the same time, there's things that we can always do to better keep ourselves safe, including me. And it's sad that this happened to him. But as far as for me goes, like I want to learn and also kind of share with others so it doesn't happen to other people in the future, like it happened for this guy, unfortunately. So I found different articles, and the first one was like I think it's called New York Post, and they're always like sensationalized and like inaccurate, and I don't really trust it. Then I went to like Ground News, and then Ground News only had New York Post, and so that didn't really help me either. And then there was a other article that was contradicting what New York Post said, which was like one was like he's wearing a helmet when he came up to them, and then the other one was like where he's wearing a cloth over his face, and like it just like things like that, like those kind of inaccuracies. It's like those are like details that you really want to get right. And for the fact that like we only have like a handful of statements or articles about this right now, and it's already inaccurate, is just kind of wild. So I wanted to like see if I can get like an official police report or something from officials in that area. And Facebook actually happens to be really, really good when it comes to sharing what's actually going on in the Philippines. I found I don't like social media. I don't really care much about it, but I do have a Facebook now. It's crazy because I first got a Facebook when I was like 19, so it's been well over a decade that I'm now having a Facebook again, and it's really nice just because it's useful for like communicating with like my cousins and then like getting like real information like right away what's going on in the Philippines. And there's like really strong opinions that are being posted by Filipinos, but it's actually kind of nice because even if like it comes from strong, passionate posts from Filipinos, you're actually getting like raw, unfiltered information, and you're also kind of getting like a sense of what it's like politically for Filipinos. Now, I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to like say I'm this or that for anyone, because I just think when it comes to politics in a different country, especially like the Philippines, it's not for me to it's not my choice. It's not what I vote for. So I respect Filipinos' opinions, and I always want to try to listen. But I always love to just get like objective statements or evidence or something like that, and just hear it for what it is. And you can have your own opinions, but I'm just not going to express anything that I agree or disagree with when it comes to the Philippines. Now, when it comes to American politics, I'm actually really shocked about that. So I just want you guys to know that as a disclaimer that if in the future there happens to come up anything controversial, I respect the opinions of Filipinos, and I don't want it to be disrespectful at all. So let's just get into this. So this is called PCR Trento. I think this is just the police in, I'm guessing, Trento. And this is in Bisaya. I have this on my iPad to read for you guys, but I don't know Bisaya yet. I'm trying to learn, and eventually I'm going to get there. But as for now, I've been using ChatGPT, and I'll even pull up ChatGPT's translation for you guys while I'm reading this, and you can get an understanding of what it's saying. So I'm just going to read from the ChatGPT description. And honestly, I've checked in with a lot of Filipinos with ChatGPT, and it does make some mistakes, but they say it's very accurate when it comes to translating these kinds of things. So it says Trento, I think it's Municipal Police. I forgot what the MPS stands for. February 4th, 2025. Look, shooting incident in Purok 5. And I'm guessing just right there in Trento, Agusan del Sur, Trento Municipal, police station. Okay. On February 2nd, 2025, at around 9:30 p.m., a shooting incident occurred in Trento, resulting in the death of the victim, Ralph Eugene Manecke, a 56-year-old company supervisor and resident of in Massachusetts. So he's an American. The incident took place near Hillsview Inn, an inland resort. So I'll try to look into that like little spot where it is geographically, and I'll just post that too. So, according to the report received from a concerned citizen, Ralph Eugene Manecke and his companion, Gerald Caesar Soares Torrena, does that mean like he's gay? Like, is that a boyfriend? Arrived at the resort in a gray Toyota Fortuner with the license plate. Oh my gosh. Upon arrival, the victim stepped out and walked to the back of the vehicle. The victim stepped out and walked to the back of the vehicle to retrieve their belongings while his companion remained inside. Okay, so I guess his companion was inside the car, and Ralph, the foreigner, he actually walked to the back of the car and he, what was he doing? Oh, retrieve his belongings. So he was just getting something from the back of his trunk. And then suddenly an unidentified suspect appeared. So it's not saying like how he was unidentified. Doesn't say anything about a helmet or even cloth. Without clear reason, and shot the victim using a shotgun. Holy cow. That's crazy. Like just like up close, just shot someone with a shotgun. That's insane. After the shooting, the suspect stole the sling bag belonging to the victim's companion, which contained approximately 50,000 pesos. What are you doing with 50,000 pesos? Holy frick. What are you doing? The victim sustained gunshot wounds to the abdomen. So he shot him right in the stomach. That sucks. Following the incident, the suspect fled southward. Personnel from Trento SARS. What does that mean? Oh, search and rescue? I think search and rescue assistance service. Okay, similar to emergency response unit. Oh, is that kind of like response team or like an ambulance or something? Okay, so personnel from Trento SARAS immediately responded and transported the victim to Valentina Galido Plaza Memorial Hospital. I'm so sorry for butchering this. I'm going to get better for medical attention. However, he was declared dead on arrival by attending physician, and while they even give like the physician's details. The Trento police continues to conduct a hot pursuit operation and a follow-up investigation to determine the identity of the suspect and clarify the motive behind the crime. So he got away with it right now. He shot and fled. Authorities are working diligently to secure justice for the victim and his family. And then it even says, we are doing our best to solve this case and deliver justice for the victim. Our operations, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's work together. Thank you very much. Okay. So a couple things come to mind. I don't know why he is just carrying around 50,000. Now, I know, like, from the top of my head, I think, like, 50,000 pesos is, like 850 bucks or something like that. And, you know, like, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I just don't agree with having that much cash on you at all. And, yeah, February 2nd, 2025 at 9:30 p.m. Okay, so to me, that's two mistakes that I disagree with, is that this happened at 9:30 p.m. So he's an American and he's out at night. And yeah, I just, in my opinion, I just don't go out at night. Like I try my best to, if I'm going to be out at night, I know that where I'm at is safe and I've like verified it. I don't know if he was living there, but if he was visiting and it was 9:30 at night, it's kind of risky. And he's carrying on top of it 50,000. Now I saw like on a different article, something about like he was retrieving money from an ATM or something. And it doesn't say that in there, but if I'm going to speculate, you know, like one thing that comes to mind is that maybe he was at the car. And what was he doing out there? Like, why was he in the car with his partner with 50,000? I mean, I don't know why he would need 50,000 at night. Maybe they just arrived. But if it is in fact that he pulled up and got money from an ATM, then it could be that somebody noticed him in public and was watching him, and then followed him and then planned to kill him right away. Yeah, so that could be it. He was just basically noticing. He could have been a local where he was just waiting at the ATM and just watching to see anybody that would get money, and maybe he noticed that this foreigner was there and that foreigner got money. I'm speculating right now. And then he followed him and, you know, killed him. So this was definitely planned by the killer. I hate to say this, but I'm curious if maybe there's a connection. I wasn't thinking about this before, but maybe there was a connection with the partner. I know that's bad to say, but he didn't die, and you'd think that maybe he would kill both of them. But I could be wrong about that. Maybe he just killed the guy because the other person wasn't a threat and he was in the car. So maybe the partner had nothing to do with it and it was just a surprise act. But I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of curious if how long they've been together, because if they've only been together for a short time, you don't want to rule out that your own partner could have done this to you. I would hate for that to be the case. To me, it sounds likely that this guy was watching, and regardless if it was an ATM he pulled money out or not, he definitely noticed the foreigner, and he was planning to do this. He had his shotgun with him, and he just was ready to take off as soon as he shot him in the stomach. It's also crazy too, because like it almost sounds like he didn't even confront the man to take or to give up the money. So it's like it didn't even matter how much money was in there. Like, it wasn't like he was targeted for the amount of money, maybe, which is kind of scary, because it's like I only carry like 1,000, so I'm gonna die from just having like 1,000 in my pocket. Like you can't even confront me to give it to you and let me keep my life. Like, that's really scary. Yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting, because I don't think that this has to do with terrorism. I don't think it has to do with I think it was opportunistic. I think it was just somebody noticed him. He was a foreigner. He had money. He shot him. He got the money. I think it's as simple as that. But at the same time, it's like having that much money and being out at night as a foreigner is just not a good idea. 56-year-old, so he's about my dad's age, which is crazy. Well, my heart goes out to the family. Despite what I said about the possibility of the partner being involved, if he wasn't, I'm sorry. I hope he's gonna be okay. But yeah, that's sad. Well, I did have an assumption that the east side was better, and I'm obviously wrong. But I will say that the things that I personally do, I think are justifiable and they're easy to do. Is, like I said, I don't show off that I am a foreigner. Like, when I'm out in public, even during the daylight, I have my helmet on when I arrive in a new location, and I take it off when I'm somewhere private or indoors, and then I put it right back on when I go outside. And that's just like, it just, to me, you, attention's fun and everything, but then when someone just knows to take the opportunity to get what they want from you, you just want to minimize any possibility completely. And even like me showing off my hands is kind of a concern. So I even consider getting gloves and covering my hands to not show off my whiteness. I mean, I bet even Filipinos, this happens to them too. It's just that I think that we look like Mr. Moneybags to everyone, even if that's not the case. And man, I don't even want to die over 1,000. Like, honestly, like that would suck. Yeah. So, man, 50,000. What were you doing with that money, dude? Well, anyways, that's my reaction to it, and those are my thoughts on it. It could have been like they were on vacation, or they went to see some family, and he needed to take some of that money because maybe he was planning it for like family reasons. And there could have been a legitimate reason. Maybe he meant to have that money out first, and then he kind of forgot, so last second he wanted to go fetch that money. Maybe they had something going on the next morning. Who knows? But just simple little mistakes really add up to in a big way, where yeah, anything can happen. But I just choose not to live in fear, and yeah, my heart goes out to their family. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks.